In the Rialto Unified School District, we have taken a holistic approach to education while being guided by our strategic plan. From classroom education to social emotional health, we value the whole child, and that includes nutrition. Today on the Bridge podcast, we have a few special guests to talk about how our very own nutrition services team continues to innovate and the role nutrition plays in education. Please welcome Ms. Cindy Long, Administrator of the United States Department of Agriculture, Food and Nutrition Services, Ms. Kim Frinzell, Nutrition Services Division Director of the California Department of Education, and Mrs. Fausat Rahman-Davies, Lead Nutrition Services Agent in the RUSD. Let's welcome them. Thank you, ladies, for being here. We really, really appreciate you. And I know we've had a very full day with going to Rialto Middle School and Werner Elementary School and starting with our very own child nutrition. So I do want to get into this. And so Mrs. Frinzell and Ms. Long, can you tell us a little bit about what you do for not only the United States Department of Agriculture, but also the California Department of Education in nutrition programs?
Well, I'm the administrator of the Food Nutrition Service, as you heard, and our agency is responsible for all the federal parts of running the national nutrition programs, which include the school lunch and breakfast program and all the programs that Rialto operates so beautifully. And we really see our role as being as supportive as we can to these programs that are so important to give kids a healthy start.
And what about you, Ms. Frinzell?
As the Department of Education, we're the state agency that oversees the child nutrition in the California. And it's a privilege to serve 5.8 million students in the state to make sure that they have access to healthy meals through the school nutrition programs as well as summer programs.
That's excellent. And, of course, Fausat Rahman-Davies, she has been here almost 30 years in the Rialto Unified School District. Fausat, tell me, starting from when you first started in the district, in Rialto Unified School District Nutrition Services, to now as a lead agent of nutrition services, tell me about the changes that have happened.
Great question, Saida. Rialto Unified School District Nutrition Services has really seen a dramatic change in the way we operate, and the culture has already changed from 29 years ago up to now. In terms of the kind of food that we're providing for our students and the kind of activities that go into the program has gone back for different programs. 29 years ago, we only have lunch. Mm-hmm. And then maybe 10 years ago or 15 years ago, breakfast was included. And now we have lunch, breakfast, supper, snacks.
So Fausat, tell me a little bit about the scratch cooking, because I know that's big in Rialto Unified and not a lot of school districts do that.
Yes, Saida, you're quite right. Scratch cooking is very unique to Rialto Unified School District. We take pride in what we do to make sure the kids get the most healthy meal and to utilize the USDA commodity being given to us. Like we have what they call brown balls, we have chicken, ground beef, and actually making this into healthy meal for our students, and also to make sure they get the best of both worlds. So it's not something that's really common because we're very fortunate and very blessed to have a central kitchen where we can make this happen for our scholars.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And I do want to talk a little bit about that because I know USDA and California Department of Education came down today to visit some schools. And how did your visit go? What did you enjoy seeing? And should I say, what was your favorite? Can we say that, Fausat, and put him on the spot? What did you enjoy today?
Well, this was just an extraordinary visit. We had the opportunity to chat with some of the school leadership and the school community, and I shared with them that Rialto really in many ways exemplifies what the direction we're really trying to move in these programs. You talked about scratch cooking, and as you heard, it's not necessarily something that everyone can do right now, but it's just a wonderful way to tailor the food to the tastes of the community, to be in control of the nutritional quality of the food, and really just to provide great, healthy food for kids, which is what we all want.
Absolutely. And I know from the California Department of Education stance, I guess the question that I want to ask you is, what trends has CDE seen since the implementation of the California Universal Meals?
That's a great question. California is on this great trend of transforming our schools, and universal meals is central and a key element to ensure that children have access to the foods that they need so that they can better learn. Universal meals has been a fabulous journey to be on, and we're seeing actually a return to about 99% of our meal participation before the pandemic. So we're on target to serve about 818 million breakfast and lunch in the state of California. So universal meals is incredibly impactful, and scratch cooking quality, freshly prepared, culturally relevant foods is really, we want kids to eat the foods, to enjoy the foods, and this is how you do it.
Our nutrition services in the Rialto Unified School District are very assertive and very involved with the community. So when there's things that happen with the summer meal programs, and I know Fausat, we say 29 years, but she's really been the leader in the helm and the nucleus of this movement for about 4 or 5 years. And whether it's her summer meal programs, and I say her, but she always gives credit where it's due, which we appreciate. But no matter what we're doing with that, healthy fruits, healthy meals, the support is there from the state, and it is also there from the federal agencies. And Fausat, can you share a little bit about turn up the beat? We hear a lot about it, and it's kind of like a catchphrase now, turn up the beat. But what is it exactly?
Well, turn up the beat is basically from an award that was kind of given by the USDA, and this is for you having a quality meals. You have to. There's different criteria for this award to be given, but the most essential thing for this award, you have to have a quality meal provided during summer month, and that was the area that we're very known for that. So Rialto is very known for that. We scratch cook, we do quality meals and freshly made, and that is the way with other stuff that go along with it, like having educational activities or fun activities, or other having a partnership with different, whether the county, even within your district. Mm-hmm. All those components go along with this to actually make you qualified to be an awardee for Turn on the Beat. And Rialto actually had 3 awards. One 2018, I believe that was silver, and then 2021 and 22 back to back gold award.
Thank you so much, Fausat. And I think it's also important to note that all of our elementary schools have the gardens, and you had gone to Warner Elementary School too. I did ask Ms. Long, but I wanted to ask how your visit was at Rialto Middle School and also at Warner Elementary School and the Central Kitchen. You had an opportunity to see all the hardworking nutrition services workers in the Central Kitchen who were actually making meals for lunch and for supper and for breakfast.
It would be hard to pick which was my favorite because collectively it was all phenomenal. And it makes me just think, the state of California is one of the biggest agriculturally rich states in the nation. And we have in California over 26 million acres of farmlands that are actively being produced now. And to think that schools are actually a part of that is pretty impressive. And the fact that we can help children understand where their food is grown and then be involved in the menu production and the taste testing and then the foods in the kitchen. To me, that was really exciting to see all of that put together.
And I do want to ask you, how did you come to the Rialto Unified School District? I know that nutrition services winning national awards and state awards, they're very recognized, and there's so much energy and passion in what we do in the Rialto Unified School District, not only in business services, in ed services, in various departments. How did you come to Rialto Unified?
Well, from my perspective, when we do these kinds of visits, what we really like to see is school districts that are just taking advantage of all the resources that are out there, both from the federal level and I believe from the state level. And Rialto certainly exemplifies that. I understand that you're using every program and providing breakfast, lunch, after-school suppers, snacks, the fresh fruit and vegetable program, and all of the farm-to-school related kind of activities. So it's just really a wonderful example of what these programs can be. Mm-hmm. And from my perspective, I also was really eager to visit a school here in California, which has, just taken leadership and decided to provide, universal meals, universal healthy meals to all kids across the state. The state's been a real leader. We're very excited to see the momentum across the country with other states either deciding to take this up for next year. Many other states are considering it in their legislature. And even though Congress hasn't chosen to do that yet as a national model, the Biden-Harris administration really supports universal meals as the path to the future for these programs. And so we just really, we're very thrilled to have the opportunity to come to a place like Rialto that is making the most of all these opportunities that they have for your students.
Absolutely. And our Nutrition Services Department is award-winning. And how about you?
Well, Fausat and her team are known nationally for their passion and their amazing work. Mm-hmm. Plus, California, as Cindy said, has invested $850 million in state funds to help schools across the state do more scratch cooking, to do more freshly prepared, more minimally processed. So Rialto is truly a role model and really an example to look to. And so being able to come and see it firsthand is really exciting.
Well, thank you, Mrs. Frinzell, and thank you, Mrs. Long, for joining us. And we really would like you to come back. Obviously, you had a wonderful time, and we're very excited by not only the entire district, Nutrition Services, Business Services. We all came out, and I know we had board representation. The superintendent was very, very happy and very impressed, and so happy that you had an opportunity to not only talk to staff members, but you had an opportunity to talk to parents, our families, and our students at the round table. And hopefully that went well for you as well. Excellent. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Fausat. And I want to thank you for joining us. And until the next time, I'm Saida Joffrey on the Bridge Podcast.